Yeah. He walks in stitched in statue, suit cut from borrowed authority, smiling like procedure is synonymous with superiority. Voice like a closing argument, rehearsed in empty chambers where ethics get reduced to footnotes filed in minor favors. He speaks in polished segments, hypertechnical refrains, where every truth gets sanded down to something he can name, but never fully hold, just repackage and rebrand it. A casuist in a corridor that bends before you scan it. He's fluent in evasion and the dialect of delay, where nothing ever lands clean, just gets redirected away. A master of appearance, not alignment with the facts. A shadow wearing language like a lawyer's overcoat and mask. But under all the tailoring, the syntax starts to fracture. Little inconsistencies begin to split the manufacture. Tone slips between the sentences, the polish starts to thin, and something colder starts to whisper underneath the skin. Counselor, though you may approach, I must ensure that first you know. Got snapping on my mind with my hands around your throat. You must have never been advised. Your grave's deep, but you still dig. Dressing up this file recurred is like putting lipstick on a pig. Every polished sentence starts to bend and fold. You run in circles where the truth is never told. Objection calisthenics, but the pattern shows. Every lie you don steers you closer into manifold. Shrouded in denial, how the fractures grow. No crowns of words survive what everybody knows. Strawman you built in syntax, heaving death throes. Postering like nothing could attack your frame, till circular reasoning's bored of its own game. Highest drops clocked it and they have your name. Everything to lose, now it's time to feel the pain. Now pattern recognition sharpening like glass under pressure. The MC tracing contours through his syntactic compression. Every dodge becomes a signal, every pivot leaves a trace. Every polished explanation starts to destabilize its base. He's not arguing truth, he's rearranging perception. A narrative contortionist avoiding intersection, but avoidance leaves a footprint, and the footprint starts to speak like fractures in the cadence where the confidence gets weak. Counselor, though you may approach, I must ensure that first you know. Got snapping on my mind with my hands around your throat. You must have never been advised. Your grave's deep, but you still dig. Dressing up this fire records like putting lipstick on a pig. The structure starts unraveling, not loudly but precisely. Each claim a little lighter, each denial less enticing. Pettifogging turns mechanical, defensive loops exposed like a system overclocking just before it overloads. And suddenly the emperor of language stands in pieces. No grand illusion left intact, no rhetorical releases. Just raw scaffolding exposed where the performance used to live. And every word he weaponized, now is nothing left to give. No crown, no cloak, no costume left to buffer his projection. Just inference collapsing into stark self-recollection. And the audience can see it without needing intervention. The architecture fails under its own invented tension. Counselor, though you may approach, I must ensure that first you know. Got snapping on my mind with my hands around your throat. You must have never been advised. Your grave's deep, but you still dig. Dressing up this file rugged is like putting lipstick on a pig. But this is where the tempo breaks, where arrogance gets inverted, where cycles older in intent begin to reassert it. No victory in domination, no clean poetic revenge, just a slow correction of a world that will not bend. Because every force that leans on distortion builds its mirror, and every step to evasion brings the reckoning nearer. Not because someone struck back, but because imbalance speaks. And the structure of the system always remembers what it keeps. So the tide does not erupt, it restores its own equation, folding back distorted lines in a measured recalibration. And the figure once so certain in the architecture of flight finds weight in what he tried to keep suspended out of sight. And the MC steps back, not crowned, not charged, not elevated, just aligned with what unfolds when distortion is recalibrated. No need to strike, no need to chase, no need to escalate the pain. When the pattern completes itself, it always speaks the same refrain. What's been cast into the system returns through quieter laws. Not vengeance, not performance, just consequence with pause. And the audience remembers, though nobody says it plain, that what's built on evasion always meets its own domain. Counselor, though you may approach, I must ensure that first you know. Got snapping on my mind with my hands around your throat. You must have never been advised. Your grave's deep, but you still dig. Dressing up this fire, permanent is like putting lipstick on a pig.
dig.